Hi, thanks for tuning in to our online 八字 program on Golden Verses. This is Master Joe Ching with you. So on today's 八字 superstar video, we are going to discuss this lady, this sexy and beautiful lady called Kylie Jenner. So we are going to look at what's in her 八字 to be a young billionaire. Alright? So just a little bit introduction. Of course, I think you can always Google for more information. So all this information has been taken online, especially from the Wikipedia. First of all, she's American media personality, socialite model, as well as businesswoman. Well, what is amazing here is that according to Forbes in 2019, Jenner's net worth was estimated at US 1 billion. Of course, subsequently there was controversies, that people actually argue back to say that she's actually not worth so much. She's probably worth less than 1 billion. Alright, but no matter what, for her age and at the age of just 21, I don't even have to be frank $100,000 or even $50,000 in my bank. I was probably just out from the national service, and started on my university. And for her, she's already worth, alright, a nine-figure kind of value, okay, making her at age 21 the world's youngest billionaire. Apart from her TV career that began with keeping up with the Kardashians, which are her sisters, her bulk wealth also comes from her makeup company, okay, Kylie Cosmetics, which was actually founded in 2015, just 5 years ago, when she was around 17 or 18 years old. And this company has been valued at $900 million. And the last check on her Instagram, she has 180 million followers. Okay, so let's take a look at her 八字. Kylie Jenner 八字, she was born 10 August 1997. According to the internet sources, she was born around 5:25 p.m. So this is her 八字. So she is actually a Jiawood person sitting on 7 killing, born in 7 killing month. Okay, normally in my 八字 master practitioner course, when come to looking at personality, just a bit of tips to share here. People who are sitting on 7 killing, besides having the capability to become a leader, alright, like for example our Prime Minister, former Prime Minister of Singapore, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, was actually a rainwater sitting on 7 killing. Okay, not only that, people that sits on 7 killing or born in the month of 7 killing, they tend to be quite smart and quite shrewd, especially when it comes to doing business. So I must say that she is not just a bimbo, having good looks, having a good figure, but she does have the brain. Okay, now you see all my topics here, especially all those online courses that I have developed, I revolve around the Golden Verses concept. What happened is that these are actually very, very important so-called mantra or verses that come from classics, 八字 classics, and they have been used, traditionally since hundreds of years ago to talk about structure of 八字. Like for example, at one look, you know that why this person can become a prime minister. At one look, why this person can become rich. Or at one look, why this person can, become minister at below age 40. So all these are covered in my Golden Verses online videos. Later on, I'll just give you the address. And of course, one of the a very, very popular video that people enroll in is this one, Golden Verses on Authority and Nobility Luck. So today I've actually extracted one of the Golden Verses from here, 论官运. Well, there's a saying that 时商生财富贵自天来 means output star produces wealth, fortune will fall from the sky. So in order for you to have big money, first of all, you need to have such formation in your chart. Alright, so what is this formation? Now, this is again Kylie's 八字. So you take a look over here. This is the wealth star. This is the hurting officer. It can be your eating god as well, no issue. As long as it's an output element producing wealth. Of course, this one can also be a direct wealth star. it actually will then comply to output star produces wealth. This golden verse, all right, this formation. So we always say 时商生财富自天来. So this type of money is very big. It's from heaven. All right. So does she have it? Yes, she of course has it in her chart here. First thing first, this is very important. Even Jeff Bezos have this. Of course, if you want to talk about Jeff Bezos, you can also take a look, enroll in one of our golden verses courses. Actually, we scrutinize Jeff Bezos' so-called chart. Okay, so output star produces wealth. You must remember this. And especially there's also another golden verse that say that 何知其人富，财星通门户. It means that how do you know somebody can be rich? It is when the wealth star is at the doorstep. So this is the wealth star at your doorstep. Okay? Now, there's one more golden verse that I want to share with you with regard to Kylie's 八字. Okay, so there's a saying in Chinese, I'm going to translate for you. We say that 煞不离印，印不离煞. What does this mean? This is just first half of the mantra. So 7K and resource, basically, they do not separate from one another. In the study of 八字, 7 killing is actually one of the biggest wealth star. I'll cover this actually in my physical masterclass. All right, you will know why. All the very powerful people, very rich people, all the corporate leader, they must have this thing called either the DO or the 7K. Just like Donald Trump, he has a DO. Okay, and Obama, he does have DO and 7K. Lee Kuan Yew, he has 7K. Lee Hsien Loong also got 7K. So some people basically just say that 7K is a lousy star, is a bad star, inauspicious, and that's totally rubbish. Without 7 killing, you cannot climb the corporate ladder. Without 7 killing, you cannot be too rich. All right. So remember, this is the first half. Second half is 杀印相生，功名显达, means 7K and resource, they tend to produce one another. This is the direct translation, 杀印相生. In fact, your authority will come in to produce your resource, and then your resource come in and produce your day master. So if you have this kind of formation or structure, you hold fame and power. So you see, there's another golden verse here. We say that in Chinese, 凡官煞混杂，喜印星化官煞而生日. What does this mean in English? Okay, let me just make it very simple for you. Whenever DO and 7K are mixed, I will show you what you mean when 7K and DO are mixed. When they are mixed, that means you have both of them in your 八字, especially at the same earthly branch level or at the same so-called heavenly stem axis. The 八字would then like to see resource star to be present to mitigate them. 化煞, okay, means is to like in a way transform them, to exhaust them, to turn them into positive, and in turn produces the day master. This is a very, very powerful so-called golden verse, a very powerful formation. So let's take a look again at Kylie's 八字. Can you see that she actually has 7K, 7K, and a DO? So this is a mix. Well, later I'll tell you that this is not so good for ladies' life, according to the ladies' life classic. But currently what we are talking about is about her money, her fame, her status. Okay, so let's say you have this kind of formations, a mix of 7K and DO. What you need the most, okay, in your 八字, or so-called your useful god, is you need to have a resource star. So resource, why? Because resource will exhaust them, or rather resource will, in a way, you see all these authority star are just like the very ferocious tiger, 7 killing, very aggressive star. Nevertheless, when you have a resource act as an arbitrator, so that it can, in a way transform them. It's like taming the tiger, so making them into very, very powerful and auspicious star for you. Okay, the main thing is there must be a presence of the resource star. Okay, doesn't matter direct or indirect, doesn't matter it must be here, but the best, okay, let me tell you the trade secret. The best position for the useful god is to be next to the day master, either on the left or on the right. So this one is called useful god close to you. It is very, very good. So Bill Gates actually also has his useful god right here. Okay, well, so again, Kylie Jenner fulfill a second formation here. Whenever you are born with DO and 7K mix, it is best that you have your direct resource. What happens if you don't have? Then you probably can also enroll in our, the golden verse for authority and career luck. Then you must look at eating god already. Okay? In this case, Kylie doesn't have the eating god here. But what happens if you are using eating god instead of direct resource? Then you are probably another person, okay, that possess another form of fame, reputation, power, authority. Okay, so all that will be covered under the golden verse, under authority, nobility, luck. Now, while she's very rich and successful, from the angle of ladies' life, 八字 classic, her chart belongs to lower grade. In fact, when I was teaching the ladies' life 八字 course, which is a 2-day program, in the ancient time, the ancient master actually wrote classics. In fact, there are classics like the so-called auspicious structure of ladies' life, classic on the 女人见命 means how do you classify a woman as a cheap and low class grade. So effectively there are 8 types of women. Okay, they categorize you. At the top level you are noble. At the last level, the probably number 7 or number 8 grade, you are the prostitute, promiscuous, confused. Okay, so very likely Kylie Jenner, if she was born 200 years ago or 100 years ago, okay, even despite having a good look, for example, having a good figure, ability to perform, but without the social media platform, and in fact, if she was born 1 to 200 years ago, she probably is just a very, very normal lady. Maybe is like a performance, like this picture here. In Chinese, we call them the 歌妓. Okay, 歌妓. 歌妓 means they are actually parked under very, very low class ladies chart. Okay. So what happened is that the reason is, of course, in the study of ladies' life, DO and 7K, when they are abundant and mixed. Abundant, again, I must stress that it is always 3 or above. Okay, and when they are mixed in the chart, it is no good. No good for what? No good for relationship. We don't like ladies' life to have a mix of DO and 7K. We want purity. Purity is no matter DO or 7K, we just want to see one. If you have too many, then unfortunately, they will be parked and categorized under the lower grade ladies' life. These people are usually deemed by the ancient people as promiscuous, too sociable, and traditionally you're supposed to be only loyal to your husband. But these people are probably a bit too sociable, so the in-laws may not really like them. Husband may not like them. Ended up, definitely they are going to have marriage problem. But as at today, in fact, this theory still stay true. Okay, because you check on Kylie's chart and her history, I think she has actually separated, or she has several relationships, and she has a child probably with the, correct me if I'm wrong, she had a child from previous relationship. Yeah, so moving forward, I believe that well, she'll have very wonderful romance luck, definitely, but maybe from an oriental point of view, from a very, very typical traditional point of view, the Chinese society does not really like this. Okay, but today context, to be frank, especially coming from Western world, is perfectly okay, because definitely you can have a lot of relationship. Well, you can even have be a single mother, because the society is very modernized. So we cannot give a stigma on that, we cannot ostracize on that anymore. As long as she is successful, why not, okay. So the next thing is that she has this thing. It's called peach blossom outside the house. This is something that normally in my class, okay, according to traditional 八字 classic, this is something we would not like your daughter to have. Okay, because we say that 墙外桃花人人采. Peach blossom outside the house, a lot of people can pluck easily. Why? Because it's not inside the house, it's outside the wall, okay, of your house. So anybody that walk past can pluck easily. That means, to put it in a not so nice term, they are easy. They could be sexually also active. They are very open, okay. But the good thing is, when you have this thing, you are very, very attractive, especially as an entertainer, as a celebrity. You need to have this. Another name for this is called the 咸池, sword pool. It is actually sexual desire star. So she can have the very strong sex appeal. Okay, she can have easily attract opposite sex. So this is very important actually for actresses, for influencer, for people like them, entertainer. They need to have a lot of followers. So in fact, if she know how to use this star can turn and become, work in favor for her. Turn it into her advantage. Alright. The good thing is, this star, the peach blossom star here, is a positive or favorable element towards her. Well, the question you ask me, but this is a weak chart, isn't it? Why weak chart you like to have why weak chart you say that authority star is positive? I thought weak chart, based on what we learn from textbook, weak chart doesn't like to see authority star. Yeah, that is textbook thing. If you come to my class, I will tell you that DO7K is a double-headed snake. Depending on the condition of the chart, don't care, is it weak chart, strong chart, follower chart, vibrant chart, okay, they become either a good star or a bad star, depend on the formation and the situation, and there's a formula towards it. Alright, so that's our so-called trade secret in our master class. In fact, I will cover that during my semi-pro class. Okay, so before I go off, the next question we want to ask is that, will she continue to be rich? But before we go into that slide, I just want to do a bit of promotion. In case you want to take your 八字 knowledge to the next level, you can come and visit our website here. Okay, fengshuisuperstar.com. Alright, I have actually made many videos, and we have received so many good testimonials. Like, first of all, from Francis Yeo, wrote to Lester. Lester is my actually program manager. Okay, so Francis he himself is actually a practitioner also, so he also enrolled in this program, and that's his testimonial. So he said that the 八字 course make him very accurate in reading 八字. This is a must to have for anyone practicing this skill. Okay, we are not trying to be innovative here. Basically, we are just following what our ancient master have taught, but just that nobody actually bring this part out and teach you. But now, what I've done is that I have filtered through all the very good so-called golden verses, and I have make it into courses like this to help you to bring your so-called 八字 reading skill to the next level. And we have Mr. Ho San. So Ho San actually bought all the 八字 golden verse because I think he really find value in it. So I leave it to you to read his testimonial. Okay, the level of accuracy in those golden verses is indeed superb, especially for these two verses. Wealth qi at the door, one will be rich. How do you know if someone is able to depend on the wife? It is when day master is sitting on wealth star. Okay, so we'll cover a lot of this. One more review is from Lawrence Chia. Lawrence Chia himself is a feng shui practitioner. He also signed up all the online courses the moment it's launched. He's our greatest fan because it's a value for money. I believe Lawrence has learned a lot from other masters as well, but I'm very thankful that he also enrolled in our program and really give me very good feedback. So I leave it to you to read the feedback, all right? So will she continue to be rich? That is something also that make me think about it. And let's take a look at her 八字 again. Then we're going to look into her luck cycle. 1 luck cycle, 2 luck cycle. Currently, where is she? Currently, she's only 23. Okay? At the Keng here. Later on, she will go into another 5 here for She. And then she come here. 1, 2, 3. Wow. So make a guess. Will she continue to be rich or not? The answer is in the next slide, which I actually extracted out from my latest Golden Verse video on luck cycle. How do you know if someone will prosper during luck cycle? It is when the 八字 contains officer and resource stars and luck cycle is officer. So I don't want to go deeper into it. To be fair to those that have purchased and enrolled in this program, if you want, I will urge you to actually sign up for it. I think you will find value in it. And the cost fee, I try to make it very affordable. Alright, so you can check it out. This is the one. 八字 Golden Verses on Luck Cycles Prediction, the latest so-called Golden Verse. Alright, series. And what's next? The next video I'm going to do is the Queen of United Kingdom. So what is in her 八字 to be the Queen? So we shall explore that in our next video on today's 八字 Superstar. So thank you very much for watching. You can come and look for me at my Facebook. Join me so that you can see all the latest update, feng shui tips, 奇门 tips, 八字 tips, etc. Okay, if you want, you can visit us at masterfengshui.com or even feel free to email us at academy@destinyasia.com.sg. Thank you so much and have a good day.